Welcome to Claria Yoga. My name is Claire and I help people to establish self-care routines, mainly using yoga. Now within yoga, there is a principle which is one of kindness. And kindness, we immediately think of being kind to others, which is incredibly important. But often we forget about a kindness towards ourselves. And that's where kindness can begin. But within that kindness, there is actually another element which we tend to frequently forget. How many times have you thought of actually giving yourself a break and just acknowledging that you're human? And so being okay with not being perfect, allowing yourself those times where you've screwed up and not giving yourself a hard time over it. Most of the time, what do? We're really harsh. We are our own worst critics. If we ask ourselves the question of what is it that we like about ourselves, we'll actually have a much longer time getting to the good qualities. Yet if we are asked what do we not like about ourselves, then we can immediately come up with an enormously long list. And that's mostly the regard that we have towards ourselves. So one aspect of self-care is being kind towards ourselves, but particularly in that kindness, allow yourself to be human. It doesn't mean that you are giving yourself an excuse to screw up all the time. It's just acknowledging that sometimes it just gets too much. Sometimes you'll make a mistake. Sometimes you'll feel vulnerable. It will all be overwhelming. You will have feelings that start to really overflow, and sometimes that's okay. You don't have to allow all those things to take over, but one of the first steps in being able to deal with feelings, let's say, things that go wrong, is just giving yourselves a break and just acknowledging that you are human. If you can just do that for a few seconds before taking steps to rectify or adjust or change perspective, give yourself that one moment of grace, a little grace period. Acknowledge that you're human. That's also what makes us beautiful beings. It's the humanity. And it's from those mistakes or those things that go wrong, or those differences in perspective, that we grow, that we change, that we evolve. So see if you can think of self-care that way. Add to your self-care toolbox just that moment where you can acknowledge that you're human. Information of how you can work with me is detailed in the description box below, and also an invitation to join my 21-day self-care program. It's bite-sized moments of self-care and just committing to a 21-day change within yourself to see if you can form a new healthy habit. If you found this helpful, please like this video, and by subscribing to my YouTube channel, it allows this content to reach other people who may find it helpful. Thanks so much for joining me, and I'll see you next time.